And all fight fans, we are set to go once again 3 rounds in the light heavyweight division. This is brought to you by Hippodrome Casino. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, is a mixed martial artist standing 6 feet, 6 inches tall. He weighed in at the light heavyweight limit, 206 pounds. As a professional in 10 bouts, he has 6 victories and 4 defeats. Fighting out of Leicester, England, here is James Hurrell! And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He is a mixed martial artist standing 6 feet, 2 inches tall, weighing in 196 1/4 pounds. His professional record, 4 victories, 5 defeats, and 1 draw. Fighting out of Medway, Kent, Carl, Energy Kinslow. Referee in charge of the action is Mark Gunner.
Referee Mark Goddard about to get this one underway. Light heavyweight action. Carl Kinslow in the solid black. James Hurrell in the white with black trim. 20 fights between them. Only 1 decision, Josh. Do not blink.
It's not taking them long to engage. Meeting in the center of the ring, you can see just the straighter punches off the bat from James Hurrell.
Hurrell needs to use that lancing jab to keep Kinslow at bay. Kinslow looking for the hooks early on. And a big right hand there from Kinslow.
You can see exactly what James Hurrell's game plan is. Use that jab, circle away, but he's circling into that power hand of Carl Kinslow every time, stepping left. You can see he just looks a little bit surprised at how much forward pressure Kinslow's putting on him early.
Swatting at Kinslow with the punches. A nice body punch there from Kinslow, though. Hurrell lands a right, just fell a little bit short with that one.
You can see he just looks like he needs to loosen up a little bit. Keep good straight punches, though.
Hurrell finding a home for those shots, and he's cut Kinslow.
Interesting to see Kinslow searching with big hooks to the body as well. Does find the chin there, though.
Carl Kinslow blocking punches with his face here. Perhaps not the wisest of tactics against 6'7" of bad intentions.
It was nice to see James Hurrell look to use the elbow on the shorter range there. This is not necessarily the kind of fight he wants to be in, though. He wants to be in more of a pick and points fight. But Carl Kinslow,
it's the kind of fight I want to watch, and I'm sure the Cage Warriors fans at home do. All action here at Cage Warriors 74.
There's no way this pace is going to keep going for the full 3. Somebody's going to land very significantly soon. Again, going to the body is Kinslow.
Josh, we talked about it in previous events. Body punching is an underutilized part of the mixed martial arts repertoire for many fighters, but we're seeing it coming in now, and Carl Kinslow looking to put it to good effect here against James Hurrell.
Yeah, you can see Hurrell's hands are low. That means anytime he's worrying about the body or he's going to parry a shot away, his head is wide open, and there
big left! Hurrell's on wobbly legs! Okay. Carl Kinslow pulling one out of the bag there, bombing right hand and another left. Hurrell clinches up.
So yeah, smart move from James Hurrell, try and slow the pace down, give himself a few moments to breathe. But Carl Kinslow is just going to keep coming forward with these wild hooks.
Kinslow can do this for 3 rounds, make no mistake about it. Hurrell back on the attack, though, with the straight punches.
But you can see already, perhaps this is starting to wind him. Big, deep breaths. We're only halfway through the first round. But obviously, as you mentioned in the opening, Brad, the weight cut, a bit of a problem, perhaps.
You see those big left hands coming in. It's like someone trying to chop down a redwood. Big left hook to the body from Kinslow.
I've got to say, I find it very interesting that the one, really setting the range with the hand in the face is Kinslow, the shorter fighter, getting his hand in there, starting to confuse Hurrell. Eats a good short shot there.
And the corner of James Hurrell asking for the uppercut when Kinslow moves forward. Switching things up with a few kicks now is James Hurrell.
I think that teep to the stomach and the chest is a really good move from James Hurrell. It helps him keep a very decent amount of range.
Both men taking deep breaths now, as we expected they would be.
Look at the damage on the body of James Hurrell. Haven't seen body shots like this for quite some time.
Kinslow sizing his man up as Hurrell continues to keep him at bay with those straight punches and kicks.
You can hear the corner of James Hurrell asking for him to relax. They can see he's holding his breath. He's taking big gulps of air, and all of that's contributing to to him getting just that little bit more tired, and of course that means the work rate and the technique's going to suffer as well.
Perhaps easier said than done when you've got Carl Kinslow throwing huge hooks at your face and body. Hurrell, though, has been in these kind of situations before.
It's a very composed performance from Carl Kinslow. He's got a game plan, he's sticking to it, and clearly it's paying dividends and landing damage. He's not overcommitting, he's landing the shots, resetting, and at the moment he doesn't have to worry about the range or the jab of James Hurrell, because Hurrell's not throwing anything.
Kinslow repeatedly backing his man onto the cage and letting rip with those vicious hooks. We've said it many times, Josh, that records are for DJs, and really not a true reflection of the fighter, the record on Carl Kinslow. He's on a career best run at the moment and looking to continue that here on his Cage Warriors debut at the Copper Box Arena.
It's not that James Hurrell hasn't landed some damage, but oh, and there's a good combination.
Big shots from Hurrell. Hurrell smells blood, but he gets clipped. Ground and pound coming in from Carl Kinslow. Will he be able to get the finish?
I don't think he's quite got enough in him for the flurry.
Stop.
Incredible end to that first round, Josh. Hurrell had been taking shots for some time. He clipped Kinslow, pounced him for the kill, but it was a counter left hook, I believe. A seesaw battle here at Cage Warriors 74.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of the action from that first round, Josh.
And here are the big hooks to the body, such an effective weapon for him. Again, hooks to the head, changing those target areas. It's giving James Hurrell a lot to think about. And as soon as James Hurrell wasn't able to establish his range anymore, Kinslow just went to town, but he did it diligently, never overcommitted. You can see again to the body. Such a lean figure is James Hurrell at 6'7" that those shots are just that much more damaging.
Absolutely, and Josh, as we've said many times before, damage not a part of MMA scoring criteria, but you can see the visible damage built up on both these fighters' faces now. James Hurrell's body looking like tenderized meat, Carl Kinslow's face in pretty bad shape as well.
Yeah, damage may not be a scoring criteria, but effective striking is, and you know, both these guys have had their moments, but definitely Carl Kinslow coming out on top in that first round, and some very deep breaths from James Hurrell in the corner. I guarantee his corner said to him, slow it down, get your jab established, and let's stay in this fight.
Touch of gloves and round two is underway. It's Kinslow again, taking the center of the cage, backing Hurrell up. Hurrell keeping those hands a little higher this time, but when the hands come up, the body shots are there for the taking. Carl Kinslow already landing a number of left hooks to the body in the second round. Hurrell, though, coming back with some offensive output of his own.
I mean, the thing is, James Hurrell knows that these big searching body shots are coming. If he could just throw a good straight shot and find the target, he's going to beat them every single time. The question is he too tired to do that now? Shoots in, trying to change the game plan, but meets a very solid crossface. Just didn't really have much pop on that takedown attempt.
Kinslow has displayed good takedown defense in previous outings. Hurrell trying to land one on the break there. And you hear James Hurrell's corner asking him to flick that jab out.
Yeah, and he wants to do it from a higher hand position. His front hand keeps dropping very low, and of course that means it's got further to travel. It's easier for his opponent to see, and it's not going to be as effective. But a couple of good shots there from Hurrell now.
And still the corner asking for the uppercut. They're seeing Kinslow bob in when he makes his entry. A counter uppercut would work wonders in that situation. Kinslow stalking his man down though. Nice combination punching from James Hurrell, landing shots here. Oh, there's a huge right hand. Kinslow looks rocked. Hurrell tries for the rear naked choke, Josh.
Oh, he's
this
under.
Is tight. And there's the submission.
What a turnaround from James Hurrell.
What a fight. What a comeback. And what a finish from big James Hurrell. That was phenomenal.
Well, credit to him. He didn't give up whatsoever.
Unbelievable performance from James Hurrell. He had Kinslow on the run in the first round. He had him on the run at the end of the first round. He took a real beating, it has to be said, Josh. Came back in the second, dropped his man and finished with a wonderful rear naked choke. Wasted no time. Let's take a look at some of the action, Josh.
You can see he started to get a few more combination punches. Those ones weren't so straight, but Once he started to go, just the aggression coming through, and Kinslow got tagged one too many times. He was accumulating damage. And here you can see, really, I think very good from James Hurrell to see that rear naked choke there, rather than punching for the finish.
A lot of fighters may have tried to go with the damage option.
Perhaps just holding it that little bit too long, but...
He did get warned by referee Mark Goddard. I'm sure there were no mean intentions though, as we see both fighters embrace. And we're going to throw this one to Joe Martinez in the cage to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute, 40 seconds, round number 2. Submission by rear naked choke for your winner, James Hurrell!
A big win for James Hurrell. He's been out of action for some time. He returns tonight at Cage Warriors 74 to pick up his first victory in the promotion. And what a way to get yourself back on the winning track. Absolutely phenomenal performance from the Englishman. And commiserations to runner-up Carl Kinslow. Really though, no one has anything to be ashamed about in that bout.